Hey, YouTube, how you doing today? This is YeahManThePodcast, episode 35. I'm JP the creator, and this has been Awesome Newsom. And episode 35, we're talking about child support. And if a man paid child support for many years, and then he finds out the baby isn't his, should he get paid back? Should he be reimbursed? That's the topic of today. So, what's your, look on it?
Well, being a parent myself, it's a different feeling when the child comes out. First of all, let me say that. Yeah. So, for those of you that are parents, you know how it is. Like, you have this little bundle of joy that comes out, and it may be screaming, it may be asleep, or whatever, and you have a certain level of protectiveness that comes over you, whether you know the child is yours or not. Of course, if the child is yours, you're going to be more protective. And if the child is not yours, you still have a level of protectiveness that comes over you that's like, I will literally die before this child's harmed.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, it's not about me anymore. It's not about the mom anymore. It's about the child. Most people forget that when they end up divorcing or separating or whatever. So I will say that I am separated from my ex-wife. We were actually divorced. So a lot of people forget it's about the child and not you two. And when you get to that point where you're paying child support and you're visiting the kids or whatever, everybody wants to say, man, I wish I had a cool baby mama like yours. Well, first of all, I don't like that term baby mama, baby daddy. You're not a baby mama or a baby daddy. You're a parent of this child that you made together. Now, how your parenting skills are or what you do, that's up to you. That's between you two and what you consider good parenting. I don't consider striking kids as a popular thing to do. It's a very last resort for me.
Yo, whooping shit?
Yeah, whoops.
Oh, okay.
I won't whoop that behind unless it's just extreme and you have to be taught with pain. Sometimes you can be taught by taking things away, showing natural consequences. Like, all right, keep touching that stove, you're gonna get.
I'm a component of whooping kids.
I mean, I'm a candidate for whooping kids. I don't mind whooping kids. It's just I don't think it's the first thing you should go to. That's my very last resort. I won't. I just say that. There's ways. I'll talk to you. I'll try to reason with you. Hey, don't do that. All right, go send time out. Things like that. And then that ain't working, and they still being kind of stubborn. I won't say hard headed, but kind of stubborn. Like, okay, maybe I need to put a little pain in your life so you can understand. But get to the point of where if you find out the child isn't yours, there's so much that goes into that. You go and you start paying child support. You get money taken out of your check every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I pay $247, and I don't remember the cents. So it comes out to about nearly $500 a month for one child.
Yeah.
That's one. Now I've known people that pay about $560, maybe close to $6 for 2 children. Okay, I'm just gonna put a little of my business out there. I'm actually paying back support, which is already finished, but that's a whole other story. And when I sit back and think about it, the state takes $25 of every payment you make.
Okay. So
whether you know it or not, the state gets $25 of your money. So they're only getting $450. Or roughly $450. So if I were to go tell them, hey, I already finished my back support, they're gonna get less than $400 a month. So that takes away from my kid. Now, let's go to if that was actually not my child. And then I go after her in court. It's kind of like your parents coming to you, or let's say your dad wasn't your dad. He comes to you and says, hey, I paid child support for you, but now I want it back because you're not mine. the emotional aspect we feel from that. You see what I'm saying? It was like, what do you mean you want your money back that you paid for me? Like, so football camps, the football games, the camping trips, all that stuff.
No, but see, it's such a big thing where I really feel like child support should be the last thing. You know, like I just feel like if a man is trying,
right,
he shouldn't pay child support. You know, but I know some men that they want to be the dad, but the woman won't let them. I think that should be outlawed. But, you know, I just feel that, okay, like if a man wants to be in that child's life and he makes an effort, then why should he have to pay if he buying clothes, you know, doing this, putting food on the table? Why should he have to do that?
Right.
And then I feel like he should see his child.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but if that man ain't doing nothing, he just don't care, okay, put him on child support. But it need to be some type of DNA test.
Well, that's the other thing. DNA test costs about $300.
Okay.
You know, so when you petition the court and say, I don't think that kid's mine, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do it early too, because I think there's a certain amount of time before and they're like, well, you already signed this birth certificate,
right.
So whether it's yours or not, you still on the hook.
Right.
So legally, once you sign that birth certificate, you're saying, I'm agreeing that I'm the parent of this kid.
Okay.
So if I decide to leave the mother decides to leave me and takes the child with her, or vice versa, let's be for real, ladies, y'all already know good and damn well the system is for you. I'm sorry, I know it's controversial, but I'm just gonna say it. The system is for the ladies. It does not. I've never seen a man that gets paid child support by the female. It's very rare I see that. It's always a man talking about, man, I gotta pay child support, and I gotta work extra hours so I can make sure I make my rent. And if the system fucks up and takes a double payment, sorry, Mr. Newsom, sorry about that, but we're not gonna get back to you. They just get paid twice. So who's winning? You lose, and they still win, quote unquote, because they ain't got paid double, and you over here struggling to pay your damn rent.
Okay, so how much you think you would pay to your daughter if your daughter was with you?
If she was with me,
yeah,
I'd probably pay more than what I pay now. I pay $500, but you gotta think about food. You know, if you take all this into perspective, my apartment, my car, my insurance, you know, my extracurricular activities such as jiu-jitsu, which I don't necessarily pay for it. I have a sponsor, quote unquote. My coach sponsors me for Ohana, and then he's like, well, your 6 months is up. You know, you can go over, you can kind of figure out what you're gonna do from there. So if she were here, I'd probably pay a little more than what I pay, but she'd be right directly here, so I know exactly what she needs.
Right.
I don't know where that money goes. I don't know if they put it to the house, the lights, or they put it directly towards Bailey. But it says child support, but then they say, oh, well, I still had to provide a roof over their head. I still had to provide a car. I still had to provide clothes. I still had to provide food. And yes, that's true. That is very true. But that's why it's also called employment. You see what I'm saying? If I'm gainfully employed, why can't you be gainfully employed? Well, I still have to have child care. You with your parents. This is my story, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of stories I see like that, they have the help. And then when the man's actually trying to help and get his children and get them situated in a situation, she's over here saying, well, he probably got a new girlfriend and all this and that. But she over here getting her edges done with your child support.
Right.
Kids over here looking like ragamuffins. Y'all know ragamuffin, that's an old school Southern term.
Right.
But, you know, look like ragamuffins, like little poorly children. Got, you know, high waters going up here and carrying on because they're growing. And, well, where's the child support money I get? Oh, I had to use that towards rent. You don't work? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not paying for, if you were there in the house, that's one thing. You both have decided mutually to, or she or he decided to leave that situation, leave that family to be by themselves, fix themselves, whatever you're doing. But that shouldn't mean that because I leave, I'm financially on the hook for everything including my children. I'm on the hook for my children.
Okay, let's say a man. Okay, he, let's say he with somebody and he signs a birth certificate. He believes, hey, I'm the dad of this child. Okay, and then 18 years later,
he found it ain't his.
Yeah, I think that man should get paid. No, because somebody got free for 18 years.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
It's just like when people go to jail.
Yeah,
they get paid. And they get paid. Okay, I feel like child support people get paid. No, man. I mean,
I get it, and I agree with you. I do, but on the emotional aspect, kid, I'm like, hey, so you signed this, right? You said
okay, go ahead.
You said you're a dad, and I get what you're saying. I get it. I mean, I try to take her house. I want to take her soul. I'm on everything. You know what I'm saying?
I think the government should.
The government should, but the government still gonna say fuck you. they gonna be like, they gonna just like this. I'm sorry if any kids are white. They gonna say, you know what? On your forehead. You know, they don't care. They're like, oh, sorry. That's all they're gonna say. Oh, sorry. If you get that. Because
I
once
feel like the child support refund people,
bro, I'm telling
the
you,
people that refund people going to prison should be one department.
I'm telling you, once that child comes out, and you sign that paper,
right,
you are the parent.
Okay.
So some people won't sign it because they're like, well, shit, I don't let mom not. And then they find out, 4 years later, oh, kid ain't mine. But you still been in that kid's life for 4 years.
Okay, but that doesn't mean okay. If he raised that woman for 18 years, he raised that man for 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
He is the father.
Right. So you are the father. So even if you're not biologically the father, and you've been putting your money, and it's not just money. We're talking about money, time, emotions, everything into you're molding that person into who they become.
Right.
Like my parents, they molded me into which they're both my parents. You know what I'm saying? So my mom got remarried or whatever. They're molding me into who I became.
Right.
So at 18, my dad's like, I'm gonna find out if you mine. And if he found out, oh, I'm not, he ain't my money back. I'm like, bro. So you telling me you gonna ask my mom for all that money back when you spent all that time with me? So is it about money, or do you actually love me as your child? Because when you have a child, that's yours. That's you. Whether it came from you or not, you know what I'm saying? That's you. You took your time, your effort, your money. You told them value everything they know. They know from you. Your side and your mom's side.
Okay, but if a woman can say, in 4 years you do a DNA test and she gets paid, right?
For what?
Okay, let's say somebody had.
Well, she know it. She know it's her kid because it came out of her.
Well, I understand it, but let's say like a man, let's say she on the Maury Povich show, right?
Yeah, she on
She on Maury, and then 4 years later she found out the dude who the dad is. Right. Okay, that dude going to come up some bread, right?
Oh yeah, she can get it for back support too.
Okay.
Up to 11. Okay. 11 years old.
So why can't it be reversed?
Why can't the man get money back if it's not his?
Yeah.
Again, ladies, the system is for you.
It is, but I feel like a woman can do that. I feel like a man should be able to get his money back. It's
hypocritical. It is what it is, though. Yeah. They're not going to actually get a man back his money. They're like, man, well, bro, I'm gonna tell you, like, wait, hold on. So you telling me I done sat here and paid for this kid who is not mine? Somebody that's gave mine free. Yeah. And I don't get my money back? That's all it is, bro. The lady can I'm telling you, she can go get extensions done, she can pay for a house, she can pay for a car, she got a pool. I'm living in my damn car. She got everything. Kid ain't mine. Well, once I sign that paper, that's it. Whether it's mine or not, that's it. Once I sign that birth certificate, I'm a dad, I'm on the hook. And once you're on that hook does not come off until they're 18. And sometimes, if they go to college, they can make it to where you pay for their college too. Yeah. They can make it to where you continue to pay. I think it's up to 26 now. You have to pay for their health insurance. Yeah. Wow. Another 8 years once they turn 18. So it's parenting never ends. It don't matter if they're 35 and you in your 60s or whatever. Mom, I borrowed $20. I ran out of gas on my tank. I asked your dad. Well, that ain't my dad. Like, he been your dad for the past 18 years when you wasn't tripping. So why does it matter now?
Right.
There's an aspect to it that comes like I was telling you before. There's so much that goes into it, legal, emotional. But the legal aspect is the system don't give a shit. They don't care. Oh, ain't your child? My bad, dog. Oh well. Next, the gal does what? Next. So yeah, $1,000 a month. Next. You know, like, man, we're like, what the? And they like, yeah, girl. That's how it be. It's like, I don't want to, ladies, I promise I'm not knocking you. But that's how I see it. And I see a lot of it happen to a lot of good men that have, especially ones that have good jobs. If you're an engineer, a lawyer, a banker, hell, a plumber. Plumbers make good money too. Yeah, these mechanics, these workers that have like these good jobs, like really, really good jobs, they work really, really hard. And they don't see none of that money. And if you had your child run around looking like a ragamuffin, that's on you. You cannot call yourself a good mom or a good dad if you're getting child support, because there are some dads out there getting child support too. So I'm gonna put this for everybody. If you're getting child support, remember, it's called child support, not house payment, not electric, not water, not groceries. Now, you can use it for those things, yes, but remember, these need to be geared towards the child. You shouldn't be calling that man for extra money when he's over here trying to work extra, and if he gives you more, great. I helped pay my daughter's third birthday party, $109. I wasn't trip about that. She had a good time. She was great. She had fun. I was happy that she was happy. Right. And she didn't have to bug me about it. She had to say, well, you need to get it. I said, how much you need for the birthday party? I need $109. Right there. Bam. No problem. And they still get child support. Actually, well, we ain't gonna talk about that, but they get it. Okay? So I don't see that $250, that $3 short of $250 every paycheck. I don't see it. It just says child. It says CH with a dollar sign. So I'm like, God damn it. every time I look at it, I'm like, that's $250 I could have in my pocket, but it's getting taken care of. So they can't ever come to me and say you didn't do your part. Now, if the child's not mine, I don't know how I feel about it. I would be upset. I'd be angry that mom lied to me or whatever. But then at the same time, it's like parents like, well, baby's still mine, because they still feel emotionally the child is still there. Because like I said, they've been there for the crying at night. They've been there to change the diapers. They've been there to get shit on them, literally pissed on them, literally thrown up on them, literally fit throwing. They've been there for ass whoopings. They've been there for, bullies. They've been there for schoolyard fights. They've been there breaking up, fights in the street and, playing basketball with the kids and playing all time. Remember the place you used to play all-time quarterback? All-time, hey, I'm all-time quarterback, I got this. You think you Drew Bledsoe, you out there in the street. So it's like, oh, touchdown, You're out there. You're doing these things as a dad or some moms too. And to find out the kid's not technically yours, they're still yours. So the money comes and goes. It's going to come and go. But the time that you spent and put in with them, that doesn't go away. So the kid make like, you ain't my daddy, no way. Nah, 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 nah. All right. So who spent that time with you though? And don't say it to hurt the feel like, well, who spent that time with you though? Right. Who did this? Who did that? Who went with you to the father daughter dance? Well, you did, but you're my dad. But who went with you? Yeah, I mean, I don't see the nigga that was, at baby where he at. Right. You don't want to be like that. Of course, you get your head like, well, right. Shit, that nigga anywhere.
Right. Sometimes you gotta say stuff. Like
sometimes you do. Like, well, where's the nigga that made you? So since I'm not your dad, where he at? Right. Anyway, I don't know, but you ain't you. So you gonna tell me you don't have a dad at all? No, because you ain't my daddy. Really? All right, cool. Ain't gonna come back a couple days later, and they ain't know what. I'm sorry, I was tripping. Dad, like, oh, dad, I'm dad now, huh? You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not cold like that. I would never do my daughter like that. I'm like, yes, I'm your dad. Yes, we and your mom didn't get along the greatest, but we made you. So of course I have to be cordial and nice and whatever, and I will be. It's never gonna be an issue. It's not a problem. It's just when you hop out of pocket, and I got like, I know you. I'm looking around like I know you ain't talking like you. Who you talking to? Because I know you're talking to me.
But I just
the system is not made for the man, JP. I'm telling you, bro. Creator, let me tell you something, bro. If we were ever to make a system, let's say me and you, we have a Wakanda, so to speak. Okay. Shout out to Chadwick Boseman, rest in peace. Let's say me and Wakanda. Okay? Okay. We make our own Wakanda. Been the awesome news from JP the Creator. The Creator makes a Wakanda. He's like, man, I'll make a Wakanda for men. And all men are gonna get everything they should have got back. Then we're gonna have a ladies' coalition come around talking about, ladies' rights and Yeah. So we kind of do have that in this society now, right? Okay. So remember when World War II broke out, all the men went on to the war, right? Okay. So you had a lady with the arm like this, and she's like, we can, But now all of a sudden, when men say, now you got to pay child support. I'm a woman, why I got to pay child support? Wait, hold up. Now all of a sudden, because it went in a man's favor, you don't want it to happen like that. And they see it when the shoe on the other foot. People don't see it all the time, but it does happen. There are some women that pay child support, and I've seen it to where a girl she got screwed because he picked up his child. She was paying $220 a month, and then the joker went over there and dropped his son off, and never picked him up again. She's still paying child support. Wow. And there's some men that are single fathers, and they still pay child support. The system does not give a damn about any of this. You have to prove it. And to prove it, you have to have what? Money. Or you just take it. One way or the other, it's going to get fixed. But it's either you keep paying child support, and they get that little $220 a month or whatever it is until the child's 18, and you still take care of the child. So essentially, it's still taken from the child. Because if I have Bailey over here, and I'm still paying over there, you see what I'm saying? Yeah. How does that work? So I have to go back to court, prove she didn't live with me, get that stop, and then have it reversed and they paying me. Okay. But is it even really worth all that? Is it really? Going to court, going in front of a judge, people blowing your business out. Is it really worth it? Even if the child wasn't yours. Even if the child ain't yours. You've been paying for 18 years. I've been paying you for 18 years like a payment, like a car payment. That's an expensive car. That's an expensive car, right? That's an expensive car. I've been paying for your clothes. How much would that be? Ooh, man. I had a homeboy. I ain't gonna say the name because I don't blow names out like that. But I had a homeboy. He was telling me one day. he said he paid about $7 something a month for his child. And his kid called him and said, Dad, I need a car. And he told him, and I quote, he said, I paid $95,000 for you throughout my time paying child support for you. He's like, so you need to go ask your mom where your money is at. You know what she did with that money? She bought a house. Bought a house. And that kid, you know what that kid did? Never called his dad again. He said, I worked really hard to get you where you need to be. Now, granted, as kids, we don't understand the aspect of money and what it does. But as adults, that's a lot of freaking money. And honestly, if I could, I would make it to where that $247 goes into a separate account they can't touch and they have to prove it's for baby. You know what I'm saying? Right. We're getting her this, we're getting her that. Now, not you're paying your rent, not you're paying your light, your water, your lights, your food. No, we're getting her clothes. We're getting her shoes. We're getting her a new toy or whatever. Name what you're doing. But I have no control. Once that check comes out, they said, oh, we're gonna take that. Yeah, we'll take that. Thank you. Here you go. But hold up, let me get my little piece up. And then now you gotta rest. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that one uncle or mom or your mom. Oh, there's a little bug on there. Let me get that for you real quick. Oh, see, I saved you. They gotta get that piece too. And you got your little sister over here. Let me get a piece too. Then you get the rest. That's what child support is. That's what it is. It's not, let me send Junior a couple dollars so he can get a new bike. It's, we're gonna take this from you. You have no say over what we take or how much we take. And if we take a double, oh well. Sorry. But you're still gonna pay the next one too. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So they're gonna take all this money from you and you sit over here like, this motherfucker. Like, ain't this about a bitch? So you gotta go over here and do all these Superman moves. You gotta go get a loan to do this and that. To do what? Sit in your apartment by your damn self and think, I'm gonna kill this bitch. I wanna kill this bitch.
That's why that man should get his money back. Because, I mean, it's just like people in jail.
Right. I get it.
You can mess that man's life up. And I don't think it might not, even somebody in jail and he's been there 40 years or however long, that man missed a lot of things.
But it doesn't give you that time back. Money don't give you that time back.
I don't give you that time back, but give you something.
But he done spent, I don't know 40 years of his life in jail, right? Yeah. He done missed the millennial era. He done missed internet. Now he coming out. We got cars floating around and shit. He's like, what the hell? what is going on here? Okay. The last OG with Tracy Morgan. He's like, what happened to Brooklyn? Right? He spent 15 years in jail, right? He's like, what happened to Brooklyn? And it's like, what the hell's going on here? So it's the same thing. Like, he can't get that time. Money don't give you time back. All it does is give you that monetary asset and say, oh, my bad, dog. We put you in jail wrongfully 40 years ago. Oops. That probably don't mean shit to me. Because if I can't spend it, if I'm dead a year later, what the fuck am I gonna do with that shit? That don't give me my time. That don't give me none of my. That's one thing I can't get back is my time.
That's true.
I can't get my time back. I can't get back the hour we do for this show. I can't get back the 10 minutes I do when I go to the bathroom, to go to my car, to go to somebody's house, or go to down the street to Walmart. I can't get none of that time back. Every ounce of time I spend is valuable. Right. Every ounce of hour, every dollar I spent, it's valuable, but I can get it back later.
Gotcha. You can get money back.
You can get money back. Now, yes, is it screwed up that you spent a lot of money on somebody's child that wasn't yours? Yes, it is. Is you fucked up for it? Yes, it's fucked up. But did you help raise somebody that might be just like you and that might do better than what you did? Possibly. Or they could be fucked up. Who knows? I don't know. Who knows? We don't know what children are going to be like when they get there, but it's not their fault. Now, if you running around, gentlemen, I'm going to say this, and I might be fucked up for it, but I'm going to say it. If you're running around with no condoms in your pocket, and you decide you want to get some, listen to me very carefully when I say this. If you decide you want to get some, and you decide to not pull out, I'm gonna say, you decide to pull out. You decide, I'm gonna step in there. I'm gonna see what happens. And then, he's like, I got that chewing going on. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's great. Do not be surprised if there's another nigga doing the same goddamn thing you do it to. And then don't be surprised if she comes to you first and says it's yours because you had a better job. Because look, guess what's going to happen? If one nigga's doing it, another nigga's doing it. Right?
Okay.
So, you got two niggas.
Okay.
I'm a lawyer. He's a bouncer.
Right.
Who you going to go after first?
You go lawyer.
Exactly! You're going to go after the lawyer first. And if the lawyer says, oh, you know what? You're a good woman. That's my child. Yes, it is. And then he finds out it's a bouncer child 18 years later.
Oh, he gonna get paid.
Oh, he gonna get paid. He gonna get paid. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of fucked up. Like
it messed up to the kid.
Like
it messed up to the kid.
It's messed up to the kid because the kid's like, wait, what?
That kid don't live a lie.
I don't live a whole lie.
Yeah.
I thought you were my daddy the whole time. You're not. So let's not think about the aspect of he get paid back. What's it gonna do to the kid? Is the kid gonna be fucked up for it? Say like, cause they're like, well, shit, it's all a lie. Like, am I really a boy? Yes, nigga, you're a boy. You're a boy. Yeah. You're a girl. You know, that's a whole nother subject. I ain't gonna get into. That's a little too controversial. I know I say some controversial shit, but I ain't about to get into all that.
Man, woo, that's a good topic.
Yes.
I don't know. Because I think when kids are adopted, because
I have an adopted cousin.
Yeah, because I was adopted, and from my grandparents.
Right.
And they kind of told me when I was 10, 11, and I was like, wow. But I think it shocks them. But I think eventually, you get over it, and you just like, yeah, but I don't know that. Cause, but you figure out that your parents are the people who say. Your parents are the people who actually put the action into
put actions towards it. So like, I'll use my nieces for example. I'm not their biological dad. Of course not. That's freaking nasty. That's let's be for real. But my oldest niece, Deja, I've been there from day one. I was there when she came out. I was there when she came in the room screaming. I was there when when I first changed her, and then from there she's just been there. She's been there ever since. Like I had a little stint where I was gone for a minute, but I came back, and I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I will never do that again. Like, I won't disappear anymore. I'm here if you need me. So with their dad, neither one of their dads are in the picture. One is Trinity has a stepdad who doesn't necessarily accept the oldest. Okay. And I don't like that. So I tell him all the time, I said, Dad, I'm not your dad. I can't. She's like, well, you are like a dad to me, though. So she said, you're like a dad to me. So even if I was, let's say I'm paying child support, or I'm paying this or that, I ain't gonna ask my sister for the money back. I mean, it's like, dude, you know what? It's taking care of business. She needs something. And I don't pay for everything. If it's something little like go get her a burger or come talk to her. Hell, I'll let her drink beer for her. She's 21, but she's in the house with me. So I'm like, hey, dummy, don't do it in front of your mom. I'm like, really stupid. But I mean, I've done some things that, not conventional uncles would do, but whatever. And she's okay. She's fine. But if it were to be like a woman that, I don't know, we had a one night stand, found a child, not mine, 18 years later. It's still that person who stayed there, who, like, biological parent and then mom and dad are two different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Biological parent can be somebody that has you, throws you off to the side. Mom and dad, or mom is the one that stayed there, stayed up with you at night, picked you up at night, took care of you while you're sick. Dad's the one that, took you to your baseball games or was there watching, helping you, critique you, or pushing you a little harder and making sure that you become who you are then, as an adult.
Yeah, but that man stayed there on the fact that he believed.
Yeah, he believed.
He was doing the right thing.
He believed he was doing the right thing, and I understand that. And he is doing the right thing. It just happens to not be his child.
Okay.
Now, am I saying he shouldn't be pissed? No, I'm not saying that. He should be mad as hell.
Yeah, but that might have stopped him from finding the woman that he
wanted. That should have with.
Yeah.
And that's right. You're true. That is very true. But God has a way of doing things to where that you're not supposed to be with somebody.
Okay.
And you eventually, you don't leave a child, you leave that person that has a child. So it doesn't mean you're going to be away from the child. Now, if that means they're going to hold a child against you, then so be it. And that child is going to find a way to get a hold of you when they get older. Like, why you leave? I didn't leave. I left your mom. I didn't leave you. But your mom decided that since I was leaving her, I was leaving you too. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, a lot of times when things like that happen, split ups happen, even whether it's your child or not, and you find somebody that I was talking to my boy the other day, Derek. Do you know Derek?
Derek
Cornish. Oh, okay. Well, he's from the east side too, so. But not saying everybody knows. Not saying everybody from the east side. But, he's from the east side too. But we was talking the other day. I was talking about one of my exes, her name's Rebecca. And we went to New Orleans, and we had a great time. We rarely fought, ever. Rarely fought. Like, if we did get into it, it was over something stupid or a misunderstanding. And I think we fought twice.
Wow.
Twice out of a year and a half, JD. Year and a half.
Wow.
Twice. Last one was multiple fights. That was 4 months. Just saying, not calling nobody out. But we rarely fought. Rarely fought. And it was one of those, he said, man, she was probably your soulmate. And he said, Ben, if she came back today, would you take her back? I said, you know what? I don't know. He said, yeah, you would. He said, yes, you would. I said, you probably would. But I've always been a man of my word. I said, I don't go backwards. I move forward. So moving forward, if she happens to be in my path, maybe. And if you're looking at this, I hope you're doing okay. I haven't talked to you. I don't know what's going on, but I hope you're all right. But anyways, and you know who you are. But anyways, yeah, that was my soulmate. I think that I really do think that was my. Even though she's 10 years older than me, even though she has 4 kids and a grandson, I think that was my soulmate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, her grandson wasn't my grandson. You know what I'm saying? But perfect example. Her son needed a fridge, right? She's like, I need a fridge. Put the milk in because my son, they keep drinking his milk or whatever. We need a fridge to put in our room, right? Who bought their fridge? Did I trip? No, because she's done so many things for me. I do for her too. And if it was doing for her, was doing for her kids, no problem. I don't mind. So I'm not gonna ask her, hey man, you hit my kids, so make sure I get that money back. You know what I'm saying? You need it for your son. Your son needs to make sure he gets his milk. And the son, that little joker, I put him down one time, right? I go to put him down because he's heavy. Well, big. He was heavy. I'm holding him. I go to put him down. He says, and grab my pants. And I'm like, he pulls my pants. I'm like, I'm like, what? So I pick him back up and he's quiet. He's like, nah. I'm like, nigga, I didn't tell you put me down. Like, I didn't tell you put me down. Like,
okay, but you wanted to be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you talking about one that don't want to be there?
Okay, like I'm talking about like you got a girl, say it's a one night stand.
Right.
All right. Y'all do what y'all do.
Was it drunk or was it like one of those like, hey?
It was just I don't know.
Either way, it happened.
Like it happened, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been magical. It's been like just like, hey, I'm just drunk and I
Unicorn fly out the sky and shit.
Yeah. Either way, man. Either way. So and it happened.
Right.
And then, I guess it can't go anywhere. And then she calls you and she says, hey, this could be your baby.
Right.
I think you should get tested and say you don't.
Okay.
And then it happened.
Okay. So the baby comes, you sign the birth certificate, and then you find out
18 years later.
18 years later.
And you do not like it. It's not like where, you're in a situation, you're like, yeah, it ain't my kid, but I like this woman. It's the right thing to do.
Well, yes, you have to like you don't have to like the woman, but it meant you have to respect her because y'all had or did not have a child together. Because there's a 50-50 chance, you know what I'm saying? Could be yours,
Yeah, it
could not be mine,
Depending on the woman.
Could be mine, could not be mine. But at the end of the day, it's like, once you've been there for so long, it ends up not becoming about her.
Okay.
It ends up becoming about the child.
Okay.
And it should always be about the child. And she's like, I don't like your ass. No. You know what? You don't have to like me. But you're going to respect me because we're here to take care of this baby. Well, hey, ain't your baby no way. Oh, really? All right, cool. So when you bounce, but you still calling to take care of, well, you left us. No, I left you. My ex-wife told me that. She said, you left us. You abandoned us in the hospital. Bitch, first of all, let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little story. It's a little story time. She pissed me off in the hospital, right? So I walked out. I walked out of the hospital. I'm like, you're in a safe place. Baby's in a safe place. Obviously, I didn't stop in the middle of the fucking street, get out the car, and walk off. You're in a hospital. You're in a safe place. I know where you're at. I didn't turn off my phone. I didn't say don't call me. Is that abandoning? No. I just walked away from you because you pissed me off.
Okay.
So she's like, oh, you abandoned us. You abandoned us. Like, how did I abandon you? I was like, you went behind my back and told the social worker that certain people couldn't visit unless they went through you. And you're not the only parent. So I took that shit off. I was like, no. And the social worker told her, you might want to talk to your husband about this before you do. Husband, mind you. Husband. And she still did it. Now, if that's not disrespectful, I don't know what it is. Went behind my back and said, well, and especially this person, my mother, said, especially Valerie News, she can't be out there and visit unless I'm there. Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
Your mom?
My mom.
Wow.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, even if she wasn't mine, what she is, obviously she looks like me. She looks just like me. I can't deny it. She looks like me. She died on couches and all this other stuff. She's me. That's a little miniature me. Just a girl. Just a girl version. Yeah. Why? You know, why do you want that control factor? Like, those are people that I don't like. I don't like to be around. They're soul sucking. You lose yourself because you try to take care of them and you forget to take care of yourself. Mind you, now they have another little bundle of joy on the way, which ain't mine, by the way. I would never go back to that. And if I did, then I'm the stupid one for going back to it. Most of you men, what I want to tell y'all is that if you go back to a situation knowing it was bad in the first damn place, why are you going to go back? Why? What's the point of going back? What's she going to do for you? Or if you are ladies, what's he going to do for you? Because I see it all the time. They go back to the same shit, same person. Oh, he's changed.
Because they believe that could help the child. And that's what I'm saying, man.
If she believes he can help the child, let that nigga pay. But other than that, don't be with that person if you don't have intention or stay. Because once the baby's gone, once they become an adult and leave, who y'all gotta do with each other? Y'all gotta do with each other.
Okay.
And that's why you see a lot of these older couples divorce. It wasn't because they have no buffer there anymore. They don't have to go to football practice. They don't have to go to football games. They don't have the grandchildren to watch anymore because the grandchildren are grown too.
Okay.
So they're like, damn, I don't even want to deal with your ass anymore.
Okay.
So it's like, or you have these, I mean, think about it. Back in like the slave days, the owners were messing with the slave, right? And the woman know good damn well ain't her child. That is not my baby. But she raised it like hers. But then she won't throw it in your face. Because you see a lot of light-skinned women and men from back in that time. Where they come from? The master. We know where they came from. We like, that's slave on baby. That's slave on baby. That ain't my baby. What would they do with the baby? They give it to the slaves, right? Or they keep them in the house. One of the two. The answer, I mean, the parent's the parent. A child does not care who the parent is. It's just who's there to take care of me. Who's there to make sure I get my needs met. That's it. And money is a part of it. Money ain't going. I can't sleep when I get laid down in the grave or cremated or whatever. That money ain't gonna mean shit to me. mean a damn thing to me. I might make sure Bailey has something so she can live. And hopefully she invests it the right way. But if she blows it,
that's it.
That'll be just like everybody else. But I make it to where she can't touch the shit. She's like, 45. I'm like, girl, you can't touch it till you 45. You got like a master's degree and you teach at a high level college. If it's not going to school, something to eat, a car, you gotta put everything out you finna get, and you ain't get everything you said you gonna get. Either you forgot it. You better go ahead and get that shit or it's gonna decline. Decline. I was like, oh, line decline. Like, damn, Dad, you still getting me from the grave? You getting me? Man.
You gonna be hungry?
Shh.
Like, girl, you should.
And shoot, look, they gonna be like, this dude done made it to where he makes sure she know who he she makes sure he know. She makes sure she know. And I mean, whether Baylor or mine or not, which, like I said, I never deny my child ever. Yeah. I'll never do that because that's just a whole other thing. Like, oh, ain't my child over. Like, you cheating that. They ain't gonna do with her. She like, look, bro, and they ain't gonna do with me. I asked me about this world. Y'all trying to do something, whatever she was doing behind your back, whatever you doing behind her back, has nothing to do with me. But since you're here, y'all consider you my dad. I call you daddy. I don't call you by your name. That's who you are. That's your title now. Take it. Don't leave it. It's only so many people get to be called dad.
Right.
Whether it's your biological kid or it's not your kid. Now you got fur babies, dogs, and cats, and stuff like that. Yes, they're part of the family. Don't get me wrong. Like, ooh, yeah, it's part of your family. That's your dog. That's right. That's your main man right there. It's like, ooh, yeah, it's your dog.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, yeah. I was like, ooh, yeah. He might be swearing like, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Like, I feel. And he like, ooh, yeah. That's my name. Come and let me know. But anyways, ooh, yeah, it's your dog. That's your son, so to speak.
Right.
Somebody do something to your dog, you finna go to war.
Right.
Now, did you birth that dog? Hell no, you didn't. You birthed that dog or something. That's
freaky.
That's some freaky shit. Like, oh shit. Like, how do you birth it? He birthed a dog? Oh shit. Like, I mean, so like couples, they break up. The dog. Who the dog gonna go to?
Right.
Oh, who gonna keep the dog?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep a dog because I bought it. But wait. So you telling me your love is based on money? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If a dog don't like your ass, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog don't like me, I'm never home, yada, 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 come get the dog.
Yeah.
Well, give it to the pound. No. We brought this dog into our family. Now we have to figure out visitor rights and all this shit. Oh, who gonna get the dog? Right. So it's the same concept, except with a human. It's a little bit different because the human continues to live for years and many years on. And dogs, they don't trip. They go to the room, they lay down at your feet. They're unconditional, and kids should be unconditional too. Love is unconditional. It doesn't just come automatically though.
Right.
Now, when the cow comes out, it's automatic because you're talking to them, you know, nursing them, they've been kicking and moving and doing all this other stuff, laying on a nerve, literally like a nerve, cause your back lock up and shit. You do like this, like oh shit, like oh I can't, yeah, like move, like please move. They finally move. It's like they move back to us. Like I was like like yeah, like they literally sitting on a nerve or sitting in lung or whatever. And they caught all these problems, issues, and they finally come out. It's like, you been causing all these issues, and they gonna do. And guess what? They gonna do more as they get older. And it's like, I want to get paid back because it's not mine. Keep that money. I'd rather have the time. So what I gotta say, man. I mean, it's not a. It is what it is. At that point, you can't get back any of that time because if a child, like, if you teach a child your values, and they come up with their own values, of course.
Right.
They're gonna have their own way of doing things. They're gonna have but you want to teach them like core values: don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, things like that. Now, do we have people that lie, cheat, steal, and all that? Yes. Society wouldn't function without them. That's why we have cops.
Right.
That's why we have lawyers. I mean, unfortunately, that's just the way society works. And that's why we have social workers. That's what I'm working on becoming. Unfortunately, we have people that learn a different way of doing things that probably shouldn't be done that way. And we have people that lie, cheat, steal, and we end up paying for it. Whether we want to think about it or not, whether we want to say we do or not, we pay for Medicare, for Medicaid, we do CHIPS. All these government programs we pay for, right. It comes out of your check. It comes out of your check. And if you don't pay for it, guess what? Uncle Sam will say, hey, bro, you remember that money you skipped out on? Yes, I need that right now. Like, we're going to hit me with that, or we're going to put you over here in Leavenworth for a little bit. I got this cool little sale for you, this little spot right here. Got your name on it, unless you come up with $4,000 right now. And what you gotta do? You call the 4 G's, or you sit your ass in jail. What you gonna do? I can come up with 4 G's. I'm trying to do it. Like, damn, man, I just hit on that investment. I gotta pay this now. It's the same thing. Hey, this child is yours, but you signed this paper, so you gotta pay. But then it's like, well, I invested my time, my money, my energy. Do I really want that money back? Aaron Judge, the baseball player, he was adopted. Look what he doing. Knocking ball out the park. You think they asking for that money back? I'm not thinking about tenfold, okay? So you never know what your child's gonna be. Kaepernick, adopted. His mom is like 6 foot, something like that. A nurse. You think the doctor asking her for that money back? He pay them tenfold. Even though he ain't playing football, he over here making endorsement money for racial inequality. Now, here's what I gotta say about that. I'm gonna step off topic for a second. Kaepernick, okay. He's not trash. He's not. He became trash a little bit after, like, the receiving core they had around him was trash. I'm not gonna lie. They had some trash receivers. They had these, no-name receivers. They wasn't giving him no weapons. And then you want to cut him. And then he couldn't keep his mouth closed long enough to be like, hey, football's a business. And if you ain't good for business, what they gonna do? They gonna cut you out.
Right.
So yeah, he got his little wrongful termination suit and blah blah blah. He got money off of that. But I think Kaepernick's career, he's done. He ain't playing no more.
Oh no.
I don't see him playing no more ever. And because of some, yes, he stood up for something he believed in, and the same thing happened with Jim Brown. Same thing. 9 years in the league, and they said, hey, Jim, you gonna come back, 'cause he's making movies. Remember? He's making movies, and they said, hey, if you don't come back, they're gonna charge you $100 a day. He's out retired. On the spot, retired. Over the phone. In his prime. But Jim Brown's still out there doing his thing. And Kaepernick's doing his thing, but he's kind of quiet about it. And he does his little, charity events and all this. Here's what I got to say about that. All you black folks out there, I'm going to say this, I'm going to say it. You might not like me for it. But all you're saying Black Lives Matter. The organization gets, quite a bit of money. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? I ain't seen it. I ain't seen a damn bit of it. I'm just saying. I'm black and I ain't seen nothing. B, you don't know you haven't. No. What have you seen? I don't want to hear about Derek Chauvin and the George Floyd case. I don't want to hear about Breonna Taylor. Say her name. I don't want to hear that. Yes. Are they unfortunate? Yes. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate these things happen. And that's what the law is for. But what have you seen from Black Lives Matter? What have you seen? Besides the commercials, besides players using their platform to get things out there, what have you seen? You know what I've seen? Nothing. And you know what I do? I remain black. I still do my job. That's how I support Black Lives Matter. I know my life matters. I just happen to be black. Happen to be a black divorced man that pays child support. and the child's mine.
Man, and that's how you feel about Black Lives Matter.
I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm not saying it's irrelevant.
Right.
I do think they're doing good things. But at the same time, what are they actually doing? I don't see it like this, civil rights, okay. Matter of fact, okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit. Y'all probably gonna hate for this one too. Rosa Parks was not the first one to get arrested for sitting on the bus. It was actually a 15-year-old girl. She was pregnant. But you know why she didn't get the recognition? Because they thought Rosa Parks was like, well, she has connections to NAACP. So we're gonna blast this one out instead of the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like it's a publicity stuff. Like, okay, let's say I get shot by the cops.
Yeah.
And I'm over here popping off, no, you pig, I smell bacon, damn, oink, oink, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff.
Right.
Of course the cop's gonna be a dick. Because I'm being a dick. If you get stopped by the police, shut the hell up. Don't talk.
Okay, but
unless they talk to you. And even if they're talking shit to you, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. Okay. Even though you don't want to say it.
But does that give them the right to?
Of course not.
Okay.
Of course not. It doesn't give them the right to treat you like shit. It doesn't.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, who has the gun, who has the badge, who has the right to put their hands on you and arrest you and say you did some other shit? Yeah. Them. And does it make it right? No. But who has the power at the time? They do. So, it's police to police and all that, and you're recording them. And they even try to make laws where you can't record them now without their permission. But they have body cams. Body cam will get you up every time. Because if you're talking, it picks up audio, picks up all that shit. So, anyway, it's off topic, but should a man get reimbursed? I don't think he should.
I do.
I know you do.
I do.
I know you do. And I feel where you're coming from. I understand that.
I feel like my man is in jail for not doing what they say he do, and if,
That I do feel. You should get paid for that. But it still doesn't get back that time.
It doesn't.
it makes up like well, damn, it's millions of dollars I could have had 40 years ago.
Right.
But it makes up for that. It makes up for it's like not even a quarter. It's like 2% maybe of the time makes up for that. But it don't make up for the time you just spent for absolutely nothing. I just spent all this time in jail. I've seen youngsters get out 20 years later. I'm still the motherfucker. And then you finally figure out, oh, he didn't do it. The one that did do it, died. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just told y'all I didn't do this shit.
Right.
And you still put me in jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I just told you it's not my child. And you still put me on child support.
Right.
So I just paid all that, but it doesn't give you back that you can't take back that time. If you chose to spend time, it don't give you back that time.
Okay, but how much should they get paid back? Hey.
I don't know. I really don't know. That would have to go. We have to go into deeper waters with that one. I mean, how much did you pay? How much did you increase? How many years were you paying that? Like, did she go out and get back support on you? Like, what? There's so many factors. I mean, because I could easily go and tell the court I want to get paid back the overage or the amount that I paid for my daughter. And I told my dad, I said, that's going to take away from her. So if I want to mess with him, I mean, yeah, sure. I go do that. But then it messes with her too. You know what I'm saying? If she was with me, I could be petty, which I am king of pettiness. I ain't gonna lie. okay, petty. Like, if y'all seen my recent videos, they had like 104 views now. Yeah. It wasn't even that bad. I don't know why people acting like it was so horrible, but whatever. Yeah, it was kind of petty, but I got my point across. And I didn't call nobody out. I ain't do nothing. Damn, get over it. But anyways, yeah, it's just how much should you be recompensated for that will pay? What's the equivalent amount that pay for your time? I really don't think there's any amount of money that can pay for your time. Man, I'm not with you, bro. There really isn't. It's a lot of money, but if I'm on a respirator in a bed. Oh, my word, you $70 million. I can't spend this shit.
Yeah.
Give it to my daughter. Give it to my family. Split it up this way. I can do that, but I can't enjoy it. I really don't think you can get paid for time, to be honest with you. I really don't. There's no amount of money that can pay for your time. Your time you spend, energy, emotion, and everything else, which all includes time, you can't get paid for that. I don't know. But yeah, so that's all I gotta say, man. I mean, I know I said a whole lot.
That's pretty much it.
Don't forget, I got a fight next week in Austin. I don't know if you're coming or not.
I got it.
You got a game. Well, we'll figure it out. Well, I'll put it up for y'all. I'll show you some of the matches. Win, lose, or draw. Win, lose, or learn. Win or learn is what we say. You don't learn. I've been on a hell of a learning streak sometimes. I find it's fun. But yeah. Once when the results come out with that, I'll let you know. There's also another one on May 1st. Gonna be here in town at Ohana Northeast. I want to say over in like Live Oak area. Okay. If y'all are aware of that, where that area is at, if you're here in San Antonio, you know where Live Oak's at. So just kind of look up that one, Ohana Northeast. So I should be getting prepared for that one. And then right after is Battleground in Buda. So it's kind of like a warm up, so to speak. But it's like, well, damn, man, you kind of old. You think you should fight that much? Like, well, you know what? I'm 40, you know what I'm saying? I like that damn old. So Battleground will be the next one. So it's going to be Fuji, Ohana in-house tournament, and then Fuji. So no, I'm sorry, not Fuji. I'm sorry, my bad. Fuji next week. That's on the 10th. Then May 1st is Ohana in-house, and then May 8th. And shout out to my coach, Coach Brian Moore. Happy birthday. Early before that, so his birthday is the day before. So he's like, "Win a medal." Like, I would my birthday gift. Like, okay, cool. So happy birthday when that comes up. And then right after that, we Battleground. So we got some good big things coming up.
Battleground sound like intense.
Yeah, it does sound pretty intense, right?
Like,
Battleground, I'm ready, come on with it,
It sounds like somebody gonna be like,
flying arm bars, and it's like flawless victory. You're like, got a foot, got a leg. You're like, yeah, I got his leg. Like, oh, it's like, no, it's not that, guys. We're not mutilating each other. It's just called Battleground, but I think it's gonna be pretty intense. But yeah, that's what's going on as far as sports are concerned. You said you got a game?
We got a game. We played the Texas Express.
Texas Express.
Texas Express.
So what's their
record?
Yeah.
Right now they're 0-2 and we 1-1. So I think they from Brennan, I believe.
Brennan. Oh, after like Aiden.
My Brennan Texas. Yeah.
Oh, so you have to get some Bluebell ice cream and take out to like, hey, you got some Bluebell for y'all. This reminds you of home. I'm sorry, guys, but so Texas Express, shout out to y'all. Y'all gonna lose again, so Bombers all the way. River City Hornets. I got something to say to y'all too. I think y'all should go see the Bombers. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not trying to cause no controversy now. I'm just saying. Why not? It's just football.
They're not on schedule, but if we make the playoffs, it's a possibility.
Play no scrimmage, something, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But you know what, y'all? Y'all been with us for 35 episodes. Jake Nett, the Asian sensation, is not with us today. Hopefully she comes back pretty soon, but the show must go on. So we'll see y'all next time. What's the next show? We know yet?
Not right now, but we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
That'll be 36, right?
That will be episode 36. We are on our way to 50.
50.
If you know anybody that likes podcasts, likes to hear people talk shit all day, send them to our show. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. And don't leave any stupid comments, please. All right.
See y'all next time.
See you next time.